Alright, so I'm talking about the best drummers in history, in my opinion. Again, there may be great drummers out there, and that I just can't think of, but these are the drummers that I've really come to watch over the years of me playing music. Buddy Rich is one of them. Jeez, why is it always mine? But yeah, Buddy Rich was one of them. He was one of the first jazz drummers to really start the music of, not the music of jazz, but like to put beats along to it. He performed with many band leaders such as Tommy Dorsey, Harry James, and Count Basie, which were big band leaders. Which is, this is probably the genre I least know about, being a metalhead. But my grandpa taught me a lot about Buddy Rich and some of the stuff he did, and started teaching me some of the solos that he would have to learn as a kid. See if, no, my links don't work all of a sudden. So I had a little video of him doing a solo, and I have him with all these, but I guess they're not going to work. Ginger Baker. Ginger Baker was a drummer for the band Cream, if you've ever heard of him. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It didn't give me a year, but he was. And he was one of the pioneers for heavy metal and jazz drummers, because he also incorporated a lot of those aggressive beats into jazz drumming. Like if you're familiar with the band Cream, Cream isn't the heaviest of bands for the 80s, and they were very groove oriented, but Ginger Baker definitely found a way to spice up Cream's music with his drumming. Yeah, made it extra creamy. Neil Peart, great Canadian drummer. You're probably familiar with him from the band Rush. He was inducted into the Modern Drummer Hall of Fame in 1983 and was the youngest in history to do so. He's best known for his work in Rush. He hosts many what are they called? Like instruction classes. They're very hard to get to. I've tried to go to one in Toronto before, but they sell out in 5 minutes. One of the best drummers, in my opinion. Beats that he makes for Rush cannot be copied almost. He's been a drummer for almost 30 years, and he's been successful with being with Rush for that long. So that just shows his dedication and his professionalism towards music and how it's made quite a career for him over the years. Dave Lombardo, he was the original drummer for Slayer. He is no longer the drummer for Slayer. I forget which year he stopped, but I think it was like 1997, 1998. He was kicked out of Slayer for, I'm not sure what reasons. But he's known as the godfather of double bass, which really speaks to me because I use a lot of double kicks in my metal, and he really brought that to metal. All the other metal bands now that use double kicks. He really started that, having the two kick drums and the rapid bass kicks, because that was never any sort of mindset of any metal bands back in the day. So he kind of started that with Slayer, and Slayer kind of influenced the thrash metal to go on with like Metallica and stuff, and Megadeth, and the original 4 bands of metal. But he's also, if you don't know him from Slayer, he also does work for Suicidal Tendencies. I don't know if he still does, but yeah, that's some of the stuff he does. Travis Barker, most people will be familiar with him. He does a lot of rap stuff right now. I see him all over YouTube doing stuff with, I can't remember the last rap group he did work with, but he performs live with various rap groups now, because Blink-182, I don't know what their deal is. They're not broken up, but they don't tour anymore, but they'll still play shows. So they're not making new music. They did make a new album last year, but they haven't released any any progression of writing anymore. They've been writing that album for about 3 years. So Travis Baker is great for learning how to drum. He has many tutorials on YouTube how to with snare working and rudiments. He's very good with rudiments and speed. His finger work is exceptional, and I can't believe he hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame yet for drummers, but no, he's great. I really wish I could show you a video, because this is one of my favorite videos of him. But
You might have to do it outside of the slideshow.
it wouldn't even let me click on it from outside the slideshow, so I thought it was just going to be.
If you put a space after your thank you, links it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird. I must have just sped to this. But Joey Jordison is my last. Joey Jordison was the ex-drummer for Slipknot. He was the original drummer for Slipknot, also known as 3, because he was the 3rd member to join. He was one of the first ones to have a moving drum kit in his show, which means that the platform that he was on while he was doing his drum solo would actually turn 90 degrees, and he would keep drumming, and it was known as, I forget what he called it, but it was like it had like the big David star on it, and it would like spin in 360 and like almost put him upside down, and he was really one of the first drummers to bring that like element to shows. But then Tommy Lee came along and did that with the coaster, with the roller coaster, and the drummer for Def Leppard, I know he's done that too with one arm. That's pretty crazy. But he's also a founding member of the band Murder Dolls. I've heard a couple songs by them. They're not as known as Slipknot, but mostly known for his work in Slipknot. And that's it.